just a baseball club known as the Chicago Cubs. They haven't won anything since 1908. And welcome back to the Patrick O'Shea Road to the Show. Here, this is episode 12, and I don't know why I just sang an intro. The Cubs, they may be a team that is pretty much destined to lose for the past over 100 years, but they do have some great songs there on the YouTubes. That is for sure, as Patty picks up a base knock in his first at-bat against the Chicago Cubs on the north side of Chicago. He had Wrigley Field. I've been to Wrigley Field, but I was like 4 years old when I was there, and I was not old enough to truly, really appreciate what I was doing there. I mean, at the time, it was like, oh yeah, baseball game, that's pretty cool. And even though I was right behind Sammy Sosa in right field, I got to experience a Cubs game at Wrigley Field in the prime Wrigley Field. It wasn't now when it has the scoreboard and all this stuff where they're gonna like innovate it to be like a new stadium crossed with an old stadium. No, it was back then when it was just a good old-fashioned ball game. But sadly, I wasn't really old enough to appreciate it. You saw Patty get a double in the at-bat before that, and now Patty picks up his second base knock of the game in his third at-bat of the game. So he's got a 3-hit ball game. And what does Patty do when he hits a single and there's no one on in front of him? That is right, Patty goes and swipes second base. They're going to try to throw down, but he's going to avoid the tag and get a great jump. So you already know the deal, they're not throwing him out. So Patty, 3-hit ball game on the day, 3 for 6, 2 singles, a double, and a stolen base. Unfortunately, they do fall to the Cubbies in extra innings. So now we'll head on the Rocky Mountain way up to Colorado in the Rockies. I don't know why I do that, like Boston, like over-pronunciate things for everything. It's definitely Bill Burr. If you guys don't listen to Bill Burr's podcast, I highly recommend that. It's quite amazing. Anybody who has actually watched it will tell you it is quite amazing. Well, not watch it, but listen to it. There's no video. But anyway, Patty will ground out here, but they will throw it away as it bounces into foul territory, and Patty moves up to second base. And why did I include this clip? It's not even a hit. Well, the pitcher on the mound is why. This is Tyler Matzek. Watch how slow his windup is. By the time already halfway to third base, that's when he starts throwing the ball. And he's like the easiest person to steal on in the game. I'm sure there's easier people. I'm sure there's people who have windups just as slow. But this guy, even his stretch is slow. Like, it is ridiculous how slow this guy pitches, and I just take advantage of it whenever I play against him. And I hate pitching with him because it throws me off. As you see, Patty doesn't even get a hit, but he scores in the day. And that's only because Tyler Matzek was on the mound. But anyway, now we'll pick things back up in HOT-LANTA. HOT-LANTA. Taking on the New York Yankees. How you doing? And here in the bottom of the 5th, Patty's 0 for 1 on the day. It is a tie ball game, nobody on, no outs. And the 2-1 count from Adam Warren. Here it comes. And Patty takes a deep left center. That's back to the track, to the wall. Watch it go! Wreath Barley! Patrick O'Shea hits a solo shot and puts the Atlanta Braves on top by a score of 1-0 because nobody else can score. So now Patty comes up. It is a 4-3 Yankees lead because they just can't keep a lead, this team. So bottom of the 6th, 1 man on, 2 outs, the 1-2 pitch as Patty gets the hole that one opposite way. That'll ricochet off the wall as the runner did not know if he wanted to move up. So Patty is going to think about 3, but I don't know what. I don't know. Patty was like, I don't think it's going to go. So he just retreated back to second base. But he does get an RBI and a double. So Patrick O'Shea raking so far. Now, he's on second. What's he going to do? He's going to steal third. You already know. Patty is at that point in his career where he could steal third base on pretty much anybody. Because Patty O'Shea is a demon on the base paths. The bottom half of the 13th inning against the Yankees because, you know those Yankees liking to get an extra inning. So, runner on first, nobody out. And Patty lines ground to the first base. They try to turn 2, but Patty beats it out as Mark Teixeira with a pick over at first base like he does. And then when Patty's on first and nobody in front of him, so what does he do? He goes and swipes to second base. Throw is high, but it doesn't matter because he's Patty O'Shea. He was going to steal it anyway as Didi. Sir Didi's at shortstop. And now, bottom half of the 17th, still tied. Nobody can drive Patty in. Bottom of the 17th, 1 on, 1 out, 2-1 count. Here it comes, and Patty takes it up the middle into center field for a base knock. Does not move the runner over to third, however, as Patty gets a runner in scoring position, but unfortunately they do not score that players. They would play one more inning. They would play 18 innings until they finally beat the Yankees, as Patty goes 3 for 8 on the day. And somehow, even though he was 3 for 8, which is not exactly a good average, I don't think so. I don't know, I'm bad at math, don't ask me. Patty O'Shea picks up the player of the game. The Irishman, 3 for 8, 1 run, 1 home run, 2 RBI, 2 stolen bases, as Patty O'Shea picks up the player of the game. And that'll wrap things up here for episode 12 of the Patrick O'Shea Road to the Show. I've been your host, JerseyBorn, and I'm saying goodbye.
Me darling mother drank a pint of beer, me grief and taste was smothered enough to reap the corn and leaf where I was born. God a stout McSword, a banished ghost, and goblets a brand new pair of brogues to rock the love of the bogs and frighten all the dogs on the rocky roads. A double of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to here, a turn down the rocky road, and all the ways to double and whack for all the dogs.